So, to make this video part 2 of the dwarf defence a little bit more succinct, because I thought it was dragging on, I've changed the way I'm going to do it. I think it'll make sense. So after the supplies have been dealt with at the end of part 1, there are a few blank cards come out, so I take out food and water. The important card that comes out next was an attack. 10 enemy, so the goblins attack. When 5 are lost, they run away. Now, in the various shots and shooting, there are dwarfs up around the tower and on the battlements who kill a number of goblins as they come running in. But these 2 goblins kill him, but are then killed themselves. And those 3 goblins kill him, but are then killed themselves, and whatever's left of the goblins runs away. The next event, a couple of blanks, and then the next event is this. The Catman arrives. Now, I'm using this king figure for the Catman. It's not really a Catman. It's sort of high-end rent to kill. But he arrives. Now, I can hire him, but it costs me a D6 of food or water. Well, I've decided, because I know that a rat infestation, which is what he prevents, can be really horrible, because it can destroy your food, I'm going to hire him. I threw a D6, I got a 4, I took it off the food, because I'd already had lots and lots taken off the water. So, I'm going to carry on just going through the cards now, and we'll see what happens. If the video is looking stupidly long, I'll stop it in the hope that you've had enough of an idea. So, I take food and water off every time I deal a card. In effect, I pay for a card with food and water. Oh, that's nice. Reinforcements. A patrol of 10 dwarfs arrive, plus an average dice of counters, which are for food and or water. Well, that's brilliant. That's really good, because that means I can throw an average dice. I threw a 2. And I get that water back. I've also got 10 new dwarfs. So let's put them on here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There you go. Right, so they're there. I know they're there. That's a good one. Rat infestation. Now, here we go. Because I paid for the Catman, he prevents a rat infestation. So that was money well spent, because the rat infestation would have taken D10 of my food. So that was a good choice. I've got a blank. 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 Scouting. Now, it's not the same card that's come out. I have several cards of each type. So I decide now, because I've got those extra men, I'm going to send 7. Oh no. Right. I choose the size of the unit, 7. But because the order doesn't come from me, I'm officer commanding this fort. I am not the general staff. The general staff send me an order telling me how long I've got to scout for. And I've got to scout for, 1 day. That could have been worse. So that's fine. So they get a card of their own off a different pile. The garrison, a random man breaks his leg. So I throw for that and he's out the game. He's going to live, but he's out the game. The patrol don't encounter anything and come back. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Oh, nothing happens. Onslaught. You are caught in the middle of a full-scale enemy attack, outnumbered 2 to 1. So I've got 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 21 dwarfs. So I'm going to be attacked by 42 goblins. And at that point, that is a war game. We set that up as a war game. No cards, no nothing. Whatever rules you choose to use, you now use. It could be dead simple rules. It could be rules that you like for any reason at all. And if you were doing this as a sci-fi game, you might do it as Stargrave or 5 parsecs. You might do it as 40,000. You know, it doesn't matter. You might do this as Warhammer. Whatever your rules are, you use them now. And this is to have your war game. So you might say to your mate, look, well, this is where we're up to. We'll organise what's happening. Come back next Wednesday and we'll have a battle. Okay? So that's what would happen. I'm not doing that. You don't need me to show you a war game. So let's assume the dwarfs won. After the battle, that happens. That happens. That happens. Ah! 10 enemy fanatics. They will fight to the last man. Now, this would obviously depend upon what had happened in the big battle before. But if we assume the dwarves won, because they are a lot better than goblins, 2 to 1 shouldn't, in a fort, shouldn't bother them. Although I do allow goblins to scuttle up uneven walls and things. It would have been an interesting fight. I would imagine there's more than 10 dwarfs left. I mean, 10 came as reinforcements, didn't they? The problem I've got is I've got 5 days now left, but I've only got 3 days water. But because I've got a quartermaster, I can ration food and water once without a penalty. So that's what I'm going to do. So I can do that because I'm getting quite near the end. If I rationed it and then ran out again, I'd be in all sorts of trouble. So let's just hope nothing horrible happens here. So I'm coming up the last week of the thing now. I hate my life. Foul water. D10 of men out of service with nasty stomach issues. Oh. So I just hope now that I haven't blown it. Oh God, I hate my life. Foul water. D10 of men are out of condition with nasty stomach issues. 5. Now, so what does it say there? They're out for a D4 of days and they lose an average dice of counters. Okay. Now, we're going to be out beyond the mission and I lose 3 counters. Now that becomes a problem because I've now rationed already once, but I now don't have enough food and water to get to the end. I've got 5 days left. I've got 2 days food and water. So here we go. First one. And I'm still on the original rations at the moment. Second one. Now I need to ration again. This is almost like a first ration if you didn't have a quartermaster. So this means all my men become -1 in everything. They lose an inch in movement. They're -1 in combat. They lose -1 for each range. So at short range, these guys will be 10. It now goes down to 9. So medium goes down to 18, longer, so on. You know, everything loses a point. I've got 3 days left to survive. I've got 2 days left to survive. Ah! No. Disease, mild and treatable. Men become ill. 1 or 3 on a D6 every day. What? Pay counters to remove illness from 1 man. I haven't got no counters. What? Hang on. Okay. So let's find out what's happened here. I'll do them in blocks. I've got 1 ill there. I've got 2 ill. Put them here. I've got 4 ill. Hang on. No, 1 to 3 they become ill. They would know like that. Oh, they both become ill. He becomes ill. They both become ill. One of them becomes ill. He's all right. He's all right. One of them is ill. Oh dear. And both of them. Oh dear. 4, 6, 8, 11 ill men. So I've got to test again tomorrow, but tomorrow's the last day. So, oh, my commander's in there. My commander's ill. He's got to survive. That's the whole point of the game. He has to survive. And he's ill. Nothing happens. But according to this disease thing, if I get a 6, he's better. But if I get a 1, he's dead. So, for the sake of seeing what happens, 4. He survived. But I'll check his men. These are the guys that are poorly. They're both still poorly. And the doors fell on them. So they won't like... Ah, it's fell on them again. Right, he's better. He can join the ranks of the thick. Thick. Oh, I've got 1 dead. Got 1 dead, 1 ill. Ugh. I've got 1 better. No, that's not right. I've got one better, 1 ill. He's still ill. They're still ill. And at this point, the next patrol of 10 arrives. And they find a garrison of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 men. With 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 men in hospital. But the point of the game right at the beginning was, if the commander survives, he wins. The goblin threat, if you watch video 1, is now dissipated because the dwarf garrison held out. Now, that's the game. And I think that's probably long enough, isn't it? I know I whipped through it. I'll probably do another short video on the types of cards, and it will be short, but I hope that was a bit entertaining and gives you some ideas, which is what I'm trying to do. All right, ta-ra, Chuck.